Greetings and welcome, people. This is yet another quick update video, and as the weather is absolutely awful out there, we're having cold, rainy and even haily weather. So what I've done is I've dug up a little bit of old footage from nearly 4 years ago now of a warmer, sunnier, much more pleasant time of year to do this quick voiceover on. In the last video I uploaded, I said that I had a 45-minute vlog video of a trip out that I was going to upload, and the reason I hadn't done it by then was because I was waiting for fibre broadband to be implemented to my house, and that was scheduled to happen yesterday. But before I go any further into that, a little bit of background on, especially if you're not from the UK, you may not understand how things have sort of become with services and stuff around this country. Many years ago, anything to do with telephones was handled originally by the General Post Office, or GPO, and then that became British Telecom, and they looked after everything from the phone equipment to the lines, the exchanges and everything. And for some years now, you've been able to get your calls and lines and etc. managed by other companies, even though the actual infrastructure is still owned and looked after by BT. You can have your services, your line rental and all that sort of thing managed by somebody else. In my case, the broadband and calls and email and all that sort of good thing was handled by Sigh, but the quarterly line rental for the physical wire to our house was still in the care of British Telecom. Now, as part of the process of going over to fibre, the responsibility for the line had to be handed over from British Telecom to Sigh. Now, I was under the impression this had happened at least a year ago, but apparently it hadn't. We'd had a letter from Sigh saying this was going to happen, and so we thought, okay, fine, we didn't have to do anything, it would just happen, and that would be the end of that. Sigh would have responsibility for the line as well as calls and all that sort of good stuff. So after we placed our order for fibre broadband, or at the time we ordered the fibre broadband, Sigh said that they would let British Telecom know that BT, as we call them, were to hand over all responsibility and obviously the charging for the line, the telephone line rental, to Sigh, so that it would all be kept in one nice little bundle. And we duly had a automated message from BT the day after to say that they'd had the request for the changeover, and that would be happening on the 3rd of April, which was yesterday. Now, come the 2nd of April, and we're getting quite excited that we're finally going to be running with fibre broadband, and we get another automated message from British Telecom to say they've had a request for transfer of the line to another company, and the work is scheduled to happen on the 15th of April. And we're thinking, well, this is very strange, because as far as we're aware, the line transfer is happening the day after, on the 3rd, i.e. yesterday. So I'm thinking that is very odd. So I phoned British Telecom, and they said yes, they had a cancellation of the original order followed by a new order for the transfer of the line. Now, the question that has subsequently come to my mind is, how the hell does it take the best part of 2 weeks for what is effectively an administrative transfer, because we will still have the same piece of wire running to our house, nothing will actually physically be removed and reinstated. BT are not going to send an engineer to take away our phone line and terminal equipment and that type of thing, and then Sigh are not going to send in another engineer to put it all back again. It's basically just a matter of who we pay for the line into our house. So obviously BT couldn't help. They just said, well, we've had the cancellation, we've had the new work order, so that's what's happening. So then I get on to Sigh, and they are equally unhelpful and said, yes, we can see that the original order was cancelled and the new order was placed. So I asked, well, why was that? And basically they couldn't tell me. I was speaking to somebody in customer service, and the work orders were handled by engineering. Again, this is rather baffling, because I thought with this day of computers and sharing of information and stuff like that, that it would be easy to pull up the record of the transactions happening on our account and find out who did what and when. So I was a bit miffed. So it looks like we are having to wait till next weekend now. So it'll be a week Monday, I believe, for our fibre. So I just thought I'd do this quick update video and to say it is on its way. Obviously some of the references I make in that video are now slightly out of date. Things like when I said in my last video that such and such, well, obviously it's not my last video now, it was the video before last, if you see what I mean. So that's just a quick update, as I say. Hopefully that will go as planned, but in the meantime, when the weather improves, I will be getting the oil and filter change done, and we'll get some more videos shot actually out riding the bike. So thanks for taking a look. Hope you're all keeping well, and I'll speak to you later. Cheerio for now. Bye.